Call the meeting to order. We need to adopt the agenda, so recommendation that we adopt the May 21st, 2019 regular meeting of council agenda.
Make a motion.
Seconder, Councilor McLean. Any errors, omissions? All in favor? So moved. Thank you. Adoption of the minutes. We've got a recommendation to adopt the minutes of the May 16 regular council meeting be adopted. Councilor May 6. Councilor Willis, seconder. Councilor Gould. Errors or omissions? None. All in favor? So moved. Recommendation that the minutes of the May 13th, 2019 special meeting of council be adopted.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Elliott, thank you. Seconder? Councilor McLean. Errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Section 4, petitions and delegations. We have none. Section 5, unfinished business. We have none. Brings us to Section 6, 6.1, golf course lease agreement. We have a recommendation that the Town of Princeton renew the lease agreement with the Princeton Golf Club Society for the lands known as the Princeton Golf Course in accordance with the terms under Section 14.02 of the lease agreement to extend the lease a further period of 5 years, effective from 2019 to 2023, and that the mayor and CAO be authorized to execute the necessary documents. Councilor McLean.
I'll second it.
Councilor Villas, seconder. Any questions, comments? Call the question. All in favor? So moved. Thank you. Section 6.2, public hearing report, road closure and removal of highway dedication bylaw number 956/2019, zoning amendment bylaw number 960/2019, 185 Bridge Street, and zoning amendment bylaw number 961/2019, 462 Similkameen Avenue. Recommendation that council receive the information only, the public hearing report, road closure and removal of highway dedication bylaw number 956/2019, zoning amendment bylaw number 960/2019, 185 Bridge Street, and zoning amendment bylaw number 961/2019, 462 Similkameen Avenue.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Elliott, seconder.
Second.
Councilor Gould. Any questions, comments? All in favor? Thank you. Section 6.3, 2019 paving program. Recommendation that council receive the 2019 paving program report for information. Motion? Councilor McLean. Seconder? Councilor Willis. Any questions?
Yeah,
Enter.
my question is, why do I have a portfolio? My question is, why do I have a portfolio? Why do I have any portfolio? As my understanding in the past was that when I have a portfolio, I am familiar and kept familiar with what's happening in that, the vein of what I'm supposed to be aware of. This is the first I have heard anything about what streets are getting paved, how much we're gonna spend, whatever. Is that is that normal procedure?
Well, these are some of the streets we've talked about in the past. Jamie, would you like to?
You have talked about it?
We all talked about Similkameen Avenue.
They were brought up actually last Tuesday in the special council meeting, and so you asked me questions about two of them.
That's right. Right.
So it's last week that you were made aware of it.
I was made aware of Main Avenue because I got a phone call from
And
someone.
the other two were also discussed by the finance
Pardon me?
director. The finance director also mentioned that we had a paving program, and we talked about how much was in the paving program.
Okay, is it a lot of trouble to have a working relationship so that I'm aware of, when I get phone calls like I got, or text messages that I got, and I have to come to you every time to ask it, is it not possible to have a working relationship where I'm kept aware of what I'm supposed to know about?
Yeah, I agree with you, Councillor. It is very acceptable, and I would like it sometimes if you would come in and talk to me instead of going to the CAO's office all the time.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you go in and discuss things with the CAO, but you never come into my office, not once.
And so the emphasis is on me to find out, that the emphasis isn't on you to.
The emphasis is on
What is-
both of us, I think.
I think there's probably some adjustment to
Yeah.
processing at that point.
Thank you.
Any further questions? Do you have concerns with the streets that are being paved?
No, they're the ones that I'm aware, being made aware of now. I mean, it isn't as if they're the only streets that need to be looked after, but.
No, but I know Tulameen Avenue, we've brought this one up a number of
Yeah.
times, so.
You know, and the thing that I made aware to the person who was contacting me was that road is also almost a highway. It was downloaded by the government years ago and given to us as our responsibility. It's not like a normal street. When the person was complaining, I said, you get all the logging truck traffic for Colmont, for, you know, all the tourists and everything, and people that live in Colmont, Tulameen, as well as the logging trucks and all that sort of thing that are hauling out of there. It's not like your normal street. It's hard to, it almost needs to be treated as, and I hope it is treated when we pave, that we're not just paving the same thickness and everything else as a normal street. We're paving it almost like a highway, because the heavy traffic that goes on there is really hard on pavement. So, yeah, it's just one of those things that when it was downloaded, they didn't download a street, they almost downloaded a highway through the middle of our.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that, so. Okay, I'll call the question. All in favor? So moved. Section 6.4, 2018 Statement of Financial Position. Recommendation that the Statement of Financial Information, SOFI, for the fiscal year ended December 31st, 2018 be approved. Motion to that?
I'll make that motion.
Councillor Gould, seconder. Councillor Willis, any questions, comments? All in favor? 6.5, Vermilion Forks Racing Association. We have a recommendation that the request from the Vermilion Forks Racing Association be denied. Do you have a motion to that? So, Councillor Willis, seconder. Councillor Gould, questions or comments? Councillor Gould?
So, may I ask?
Yes?
Okay. For this, the reasons, I understand, like I read through the report, and I understand it's just the request, two requests separately. One is that return lane. Is it not sufficient just to have the grass cut more than? I thought that's what he had asked.
They actually use the runway to the return. So what they do is they go down the track, and then they wait in the apron area front of the terminal. And then after so many races, then they bring them all back up the runway. They probably wouldn't want to drive their credit cars on the grass and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
What they were proposing was not a proper asphalt road.
Were they saying they'd paid for it? Were they saying they had paid for it?
They were gonna use millings and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
They could just get
But it wouldn't be done proper, actually. It wouldn't be done
wouldn't use the property title, you want to use a paragraph.
And if it's there, I would imagine then that an aircraft might accidentally use it.
Yeah.
And then that paragraph might accidentally think it's a taxi for to go up.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Call the question, all in favor? Thank you. Section 7, council reports. Let's start with Councillor Willis tonight.
Roll the dice.
I just had this, we all attended the special meeting of council on the 13th here. And then the following day, I had a meeting with Jamie and the new manager at the landfill.
Mhm.
That's about it for me for the week.
Thank you. Councillor Gould?
So, May 7th, I attended the KVR Mixed Use Trail Committee presentation at the Princeton Library. Councillor Elliott and Mr. Mayor were there as well. Read through all the recommendations that they had on the wall and talked to a few citizens and to the board members there. There wasn't a lot of negative, like even looking at the numbers and the color coding that they had done for resident and non-resident. It looked like it was pretty even and well received. And then May 13th, I also attended the special meeting of council. And then on the 15th, on Wednesday, I did a tour of the PXA facility with Councillor Elliott and Director of Infrastructure Jamie Umpleby, along with PXA President Anita Coppaway. And the facility is used by very diverse groups, and they seem to be managing the user groups' access fairly well. There have been many upgrades over the last few years to the grounds. It's nice to see all the paving near the grandstands and accessibility to the washrooms and concession. Then later at 6 p.m. I attended the TELUS Pure Fiber presentation at the Riverside Center with Director Schatz. And they did a presentation that was kind of geared towards the businesses, and they were there to answer questions right then and there. It's pretty good, and they recommend that if your property's not on that list for service, to make a request, as they may still extend if there's enough need or want for it. And then it was also really positive to see what new services will open up for residential customers and businesses because of this pure fiber. It's like we don't even know the extent of how good this is going to be for our community. So I'm pretty excited with that. And then May 21st, today, I attended a meeting with CAO Lyle Thomas and our local WildSafe BC Community Coordinator, Carolyn Blank, and the Provincial Coordinator, Vanessa Isnerdy. So she's the top one there. And we had a good discussion about our program and how we can continue moving towards being a bear smart community, or bear-aware community. And Carolyn showed us some bear-aware signs that she's going to put up on trailheads in town, just warning that there's bears in the area and how to properly reduce your risk. And then I'm looking forward to working with Carolyn to keep moving our community forward.
Thank you. Councillor Elliott?
So I have a long report. Tuesday, May 7th, I attended the KBR Mixed Use Trail Select Committee public consultation with Councillor Gould and Mayor Coyne. Thursday, May 9th, I attended a Rotary Chamber parade meeting with Councillor Gould and Mayor Coyne. Tuesday, May 14th, I attended the SPPS AGM at the LSIB office in Coston with Mayor Coyne. Later that day, I went to a Rotary Chamber parade meeting and followed that up with a KBR Mixed Use Trail Select Committee meeting at the Chamber building. Wednesday, May 15th, I attended the PXA facility and grounds walkabout with Councillor Gould and Infrastructure Director Umpleby. And later that evening, went to a Princeton Arts Council meeting with Mayor Coyne at Riverside Center. Thursday, May 16th, I attended the inter-agency meeting at Princeton Child Care Services Society and followed that up in the evening with a meeting at Princeton Museum with Mayor Coyne. Monday, May 20th, Mayor Coyne and I went to Karamias to attend the Elks Rodeo Parade, in which we won second place for our entry, and I think it had everything to do with the amount of candy we threw. And earlier today, with Mayor Coyne, I attended the Princeton Healthcare Steering Committee meeting at the hospital boardroom. That is my report.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor McLean?
Mine was long as well.
Yeah.
I attended the special meeting count.
Thank you for your report. Okay. May 7th, I attended the KVR Committee public consultation with other members of council. May 9th, I attended the regional district meeting. Then later that evening, I attended the Rotary Parade meeting. May 10th, I attended a community market meeting with the vendors. May 11th, I attended the community health fair up at Riverside. May 13th, I attended the special meeting of council. May 14th, I attended the SBPS AGM at the Lower Similkameen Band Office. Then after that, we had a regional, or the RDOS chair, vice chair tour of the Lower Similkameen. So they met with the area directors, the band, and the municipality, and the chief from PIB came as well. And we had a really, and CEO Lyle or Thomas was there. And I think it was a really interesting meeting. It was a good meeting. Then May 15th, I attended the opening of the TELUS meeting with, and then I went from there to the Arts Council meeting. And then later that evening, I also met with the Métis Association. On the 16th, I attended the museum meeting. May 18th, I attended the first day of the community market and town square. May 20th, I attended the Karamia Elks Rodeo, and today, the Healthcare Steering Committee. And that is my report. Okay, we'll move on to 7.2, SOS Local Immigration Partnership. Recommendation that Mayor Coyne be appointed to the SOS Immigration Partnership with Councillor Elliott as the alternate. Motion of that? Councillor McLean, seconder. Councillor Gould. Questions, comments? All in favor? Thank you. Section 8, correspondence received and file. We have two letters, one from the letter from the city of Burnaby and from Silga. And we have a recommendation that 8.1 and 8.2 be received and filed. Motion to that? Councillor Elliott, Councillor Willis. Questions, comments? All in favor? So moved. Thank you. Correspondence action requested. Section 9.1, the Princeton Traditional Music Society, recommendation that council declare August 12th to 18th, 2019 as Cultural Heritage Week in the town of Princeton. A motion to that? Councillor Gould, seconder. Councillor McLean. Questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. 9.2, we have a letter from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing. Their building funds of $7 billion over 10 years. The recommendation is council direct staff to forward a letter to the Princeton and District Community Services and to investigate funding opportunities and partnership together. Motion to Councillor Elliott, seconder. Councillor Gould. Questions or comments? Comment?
I support that.
Okay. Excellent. Any further questions or comments? Call the question. All in favor? So moved. Thank you. Number 10, bylaws and resolutions. 10.1, road closure and removal of highway dedication bylaw. Might want to go out of there. Just get out, eh? We'll come get you. Recommendation that the Town of Princeton road closure and removal of highway dedication bylaw number 956, 2019 be adopted. Councillor Gould, seconder. Councillor Willis. Questions or comments? All in favor? So moved. We'll get Councillor. We tried. 10.2, zoning amendment application, 185 Bridge Street. Recommendation that bylaw number 960, 2019 Town of Princeton zoning amendment bylaw be adopted. Motion, Councillor Gould. Seconder, Councillor Elliott. Questions or comments? All in favor? Thank you. 10.3, zoning amendment application for 462 Similkameen Avenue. Recommendation that bylaw number 961, 2019, Town of Princeton zoning amendment bylaw be adopted. Councillor Willis, seconder. Councillor Gould. Questions or comments? All in favor? Okay, 2019 fees and charges bylaw amendment. The recommendation that the Town of Princeton fees and charges bylaw amendment 2, bylaw number 964, 2019 be adopted. Councillor Gould, seconder. Councillor Elliott, questions, comments? None? Okay, call the question, all in favor? Thank you. Zoning amendment application 367 Highway 3. Recommendation that bylaw number 962, 2019 Town of Princeton zoning amendment bylaw be read the first and second time and proceed to a public hearing. Motion to that? Oh, is there more? Oh, sorry, I didn't highlight that part. And that holding of the public hearing be scheduled for June 3rd, 2019. Sorry about that. And, oh, geez. It all runs together here. And that staff give notice to the public hearing in accordance with the requirements of Local Government Act. And that's it. Motion to that? Nobody wants to make that motion now? Councillor McLean. Seconder is Councillor Gould. Any questions or comments? All in favor? So moved. Thank you. Number 11, new business. There is none. Agenda item conclusion. 12.1, motion to close. Recommendation that the meeting be closed to the public for the purpose of considering the acquisition, disposition, and expropriation of land and improvements if the council considers that the disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality. Councillor Willis, seconder. Councillor Elliott, all in favor? So moved. Thank you. And thanks for coming. Good night. And